Welcome to another edition of Entrepreneurs in Fuego. We're documenting the journey of incredible entrepreneurs. My new best friend,
Hello
Cheryl
there.
Wheeler. How are you?
I'm fabulous.
Alternatives in counseling.
In counseling, yes.
What are the alternatives in counseling, and what are we counseling?
Well, let me preface that with
Sure.
I've been trained and worked as a psychotherapist for the last 10 years, and I'm pulling away from the medical model, which is really dictated by insurance, to say, you're going to cure this person in 6 sessions.
Huh. Cure them of what?
Whatever. Depression, anger, all of that. So when I've pulled away from that and doing the coaching, transformational coaching, we're transforming the entire life.
You use the word cure. Is it cure or treat?
That is sarcasm. When the insurance company says you're going to cure that person in 6 sessions.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because you have to.
There's no such thing.
There's no such a thing.
Right.
That was my point.
Right.
And you have to be able to treat this individual. It's not a fixed point that you go out and you just remove it. You treat it, right?
Right.
And you use holistic.
Yes,
and so a holistic approach to do
holistic means I can work with somebody whatever their belief system is. So if it's herbs, if it's crystals.
Could it be Chinese herbs?
Absolutely, absolutely.
We just had somebody that would.
Yes.
Whatever. That's a different interview. But
absolutely.
Anyway, so that's how you treat individuals. And by the way, you've come to the mecca of holistic. Here we are at Urban Wellness, and this is truly a phenomenal place for what you do.
Yes, I've come home.
You've come home, indeed. Tell us about your background as an entrepreneur.
Yes, I started out very slow doing the entrepreneurship. My first gig at Entrepreneur was raising 4 girls. You like that?
Got it. That's a full-time job.
Yes, I survived 4 teenage girls.
Yes.
And when I was done doing that, I went to work in the business field.
Yes.
Started out as a secretary, and within 6 months was promoted into a position to create a return to vendor program. And from there, I went into marketing, contract management, analysis of products, etc. Loved it, absolutely loved it. And it was 9/11 that actually changed my life and put me into the entrepreneurial skill set.
How so?
I was working for Honeywell at the time, doing contract management, and we lost a lot of our government contracts.
Wow.
And so, of course, I was the last one in, first one out, laid off. I was over 40, and I would get lots of interviews, and I'd have to sign that little paper that said, we don't discriminate over 40.
In paper sounds fun.
Right. 2 years later, I'm still not working, and I was running out of money, and I decided I'm going to go back to school, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And so I did. Did my master's through Argosy here in Phoenix. When I was done with that, then I went on to do my PhD through Capella. Ran out of student loans, 3 classes shy of having my PhD, and so I'm PhD-less.
Well, you got 3 classes to go, and
that's right. That's
and I'm
right.
sure you'll finish that.
I will.
All right. So you're 3 classes shy. Now you're getting your PhD. What happens next?
So weird how the world works. I ended up getting bacterial meningitis. Was very sick, almost died. I was in a coma for 5 days, in the hospital for 9 total. Changed my life. And when I came out of that, it took another 3 years to recover.
Wow.
You get very tired with it. And it helped me to see things in much more of a peaceful, whole way. And that's where the holistic comes in.
All right.
Okay. And it is a transformation. Your entire body and psyche is different after you have an illness like that. And I considered it a near-death experience, an NDA.
Here's one of the things that happens on the show is that we talk to a lot of folks. And some of the more compelling stories are those that where somebody's experienced kind of near death events or episodes, and they've taken those events into their own life to do some kind of business.
Yes.
We've had people that have actually died and come back to life. We've had a lady that had cancer and survived and created her own kitchen. And here you are in a similar situation that you experienced a near-death episode.
Yes.
And that created the business in which you're in today.
It did.
Because you can now help people. And when you talk to people, you speak with certain authority and experience that it is very unique to yourself.
Thank you.
And that helps.
Yeah,
that
does. And people recognize that when they're with me. And
they have to empathize.
We can feel the energy.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
And all right, so as an entrepreneur now, this is a business after all.
Absolutely.
Despite the experiences, and we can wax romantically about that and say how, but it's a business. And so how do you market yourself? How do you market your services to the world?
I use all of the social media platforms. I'm always trying to kind of like surf the energy of what's going on in the world. Okay. Okay. So I've been advertising a lot on anger for the last month because there's a lot of anger going on in the world. Okay, so you're advertising on, what does that mean exactly? For me to do it the very cost-effective way, aka free. Okay. Social media. Sure. Okay. And it doesn't work unless you pay. I know. On social media. I know. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you. We've had experts that have come on the show and they're like, if you ain't paying, it ain't working. I did start paying, I had a little bit of money that I was paying through Google AdWords. And didn't really help a lot. Okay. And so I'm doing it the slow way, trying to figure it all out. And you know what the funny part is my undergrad is in marketing. Interesting. But 20 years ago, we didn't have the internet. Right. It's all changed. Right, it's all changed. It has. And one of the things that is going to help your marketing, I can guarantee you, is having a video. This is it. This is a great vehicle for you to kind of tell your story, which you just did. Is your experience really what sets you apart from perhaps other holistic individuals that might be in the same or similar business as you're in? And that sets you apart. And I think your story is fascinating. And all right, so let's go back to the marketing aspect of it. So now you're doing social media. What else are you doing? Do you have referrals? Do you have I have referrals. I have newsletters. Just spinning my wheels because I'm figuring it out day by day. Okay. And I'm hoping that this will help to connect me with people that can give me some of the new information of how to do these things. Fantastic. You have the qualifications, it sounds to me, and we as entrepreneurs, that's the biggest challenge, right? I mean, we may have the credentials to help other folks or to sell our services, to offer our services to somebody else, but it's that marketing part of it that is really a challenging aspect of our business. Yes. Because your story without marketing, without the world knowing about it, then it's really empty. Yes. Because nobody knows about it. Absolutely. But after this interview, a lot of people are going to know about you. Cool. You're tremendous. Thank you so much. I really, absolutely. Okay, so just one more question. What is the lesson that you've learned thus far? I mean, take all your life experiences, take everything that you've gone through. What is the lesson that you've learned so far? The lesson that I've learned, I've looked at all the patterns in my life. Yes. And a lot of it is very analytical. Studying Freudian, all of these different psychologies and life and doing analysis in work in the business world before. Yes. It's looking at those patterns. And that's what I teach people today is look at the patterns. And so I learn from those. And if we can learn the lesson, we don't have to do it again. History repeats itself. Uh-huh. It does. Absolutely. In a very cruel way sometimes. Yes. Yes. Indeed. Yes. I got it. Thank you. I am very, very, very honored that you came to the show today. Thank you. Yeah, you're a wonderful person. Thank you. With that, we are out.